Yo, what's good, guys? Today, we're gonna be talking about how good Magyar really is after a few more days on the patch. So let's get into it. So yeah, I think overall Magyar has not lived up to the expectations that I personally had for him. I thought he'd be like super good based on his signatures, like how they were designed, how they looked to be. For example, like his hammer down sig is just like uncomparable to other SIGs like of the same caliber, if that makes sense. Like this SIG in particular reminded me of Rayman X down SIG, and it is nowhere near in power of Rayman X down SIG. Not in like literal, wow, I can get it there off. Not in like literal powers and like how hard it hits, but like how good the move is. I feel like his SIGs are just designed well enough to be, they're just like solid, you know what I mean? They're not like ridiculously broken, which is what like kind of like, for example, Jaehyun Greatsword Ensig is just like actually broken. Like it's like pretty hard to nerf that move because it's just like it's so big and it hits so hard. But like a move like this, like hammer side sig, it's just solid. Wow, I can't believe that's there, didn't hit. It's just, oh oops, that was dumb. It's just like solid. So it's kind of hard to like see Magyar as like some super OP character when all his like SIGs are just solid. Like this SIG, I thought it'd be super broken. You could like bait with it super easily, but it's just like solid. And you know his weapon combo is really good, so he's like always bound to be like just a good pick, just because by like design he has a string weapon and a and like a really efficient killing tool. Oops, I could have killed him. But like just from his like teaser and like initial impressions, I thought it'd be super good. Oops. Like he's just not. And this dude is like playing beast mode and experimental. I don't think I've ever played against this guy before, but he's going insane mode on G-Rail. Oh my goodness. Okay. This dude's feeling himself. Huh? Okay. Anyways. You know, like, another SIG that's kind of bad that I thought would be better is his end SIG on hammer. It's not even like a true combo from downlight. I thought it was, but it's not. You need to be like super stacked all the time to make it a true combo. And you know, I just thought like his SIGs would be better utilized, like have less recovery frames or like be super broken, but you know, it's just surprising that on release he was like fairly balanced. Yeah, another thing I wanted to talk about today is like, dude, I don't know how many of you guys are on Twitter, but like Twitter has degraded so much in the last like few years, or even just like months. Twitter has like Brawlhalla Twitter has gone down in the dumps. You know, social media in general is like not something that you want to be on like all the time, or even like that much to begin with. It's just like super unhealthy. But oh my god, like there are people like in the Brawlhalla community. This dude needs to actually relax. IRL. Like in the Brawlhalla community that are just on Twitter all the time. And like if you're on Twitter all the time, of course you're gonna like fucking stir some shit up or like say some dumb shit. So like I go on Twitter and every single day nowadays it feels like there's some new beef between NA and EU, like the regions. And it makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me because the people who have actually like been to LAN events where NA and EU have played against each other, like the people who have been there, I feel like there's a mutual respect between those people. Like there's no beef between like Simple and I, or like, you know, actual people who have played against EU. It's all beef between people who have never even played against each other or never even been to events. It makes no sense to me. Like, how can you even beef with somebody who you never ever played against? It is mind-boggling to me how, like, it just makes no sense. It actually makes no sense, and it tilts me when I think about it. Because it's just so dumb. How can you beef with somebody that you've never played against? It's so stupid. Yeah, this dude is going beast mode. He's B6 on the line. You know, I get it. Playing against gold title. How it goes. Okay. No sweaty experimental matches on Magyar. That's what you guys came here for. Oh my god, this guy's gonna win! Oh my goodness. But yeah, dude, I just don't think Magyar is like as good as he could be, which is a good thing. You know, don't get me wrong, all this like talking bad about Magyar is a good thing, because this character had the potential to be actually insane. Like really like JN tier good. Just like his weapon combo is JN tier, and his sig design could have been insane. Like he could have had insane fast sigs. Am I dead? No, he is. He could have had insanely fast sigs with like 0 recovery frames, but you know, he was actually balanced on release, which is super good. You know, the last like 10 characters, they started releasing characters that were like super broken after Rayman got released. Like pretty much every character except Vector, since they've released Rayman, has been like ridiculous on release, like absolutely broken. But Magyar, he's like is breaking the trend. He's actually balanced, which is insane to me. Like it's a massive props to the Mountains team. Yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this patch overall. I think this patch has been very good.
3, 2, 1.
For the health of the game overall, it's just like, it's such a nice, like, refreshing patch. Like, just to see that, like, they don't feel like they have to, like, change a bunch of shit every patch and just, like, stir the pot. I feel like it's like a really good design choice, because obviously like Greatsword completely broke the meta. You know, nerf Greatsword, bring it back to the ground a little bit, you know, on par with other weapons, and then you just see how the meta develops, because it was kind of hard to see anything else. Oh wow, actually I mean, hard to see like how any other weapons like really fared, because it was pretty much like play Greatsword or try and beat Greatsword with something. It was never really like a fully fleshed out meta. So, you know, I'm happy to see those changes. Okay, this dude is going insane. I think weapons like bow, like axe, like guitars are really gonna be like the ways to beat Greatsword, because it actually has a fair amount of whiff lag now. And like weapons that you can either punish from super far away for, like guitars and bow, or like just have a super rewarding punish tool like axe sidelight. Those are going to be like the really good weapons into Greatsword, because when you do get a punish, you need to make the most out of it. Okay. Oh, he actually jumped out. It seems like people are like learning overall better ways to deal with Greatsword, like learning the timing, when to jump out and stuff. I will always wonder if Greatsword was never nerfed, if someone ever would have been able to beat it. Like BCX Greatsword, if someone ever would have found like a way to beat it consistently, because I feel like there was never really enough counterplay developed. Like people never really learned how to play against Greatsword. Because people were like just forgetting how to play the game entirely when they were playing against it. It felt like they're always dodging the same way and stuff. Yeah, dude, these experimental people have been insane today. Oh yeah, this map? I don't know. You know, I've always like wished for a map exactly like this, like a long stage, not as long as this, but like a stage with platforms that are like over the edge. It's exactly like a Smash map. It's called like Kalos Pokemon League, and I always thought like a map like this would be perfect for Brawl, and I'm glad that like it's so nice to see it in the game. I wonder if like one day this will be added to competitive, because I think a map like this, maybe if the map was a little bit smaller, would be awesome in competitive. Okay, this dude is feeling himself. Wow, he actually just went for it. Okay. Yeah. That sig is, it's like, the SIGs are good, they're just not like broken tier, which is exactly what you want. Like, you don't want broken, super broken SIGs, you just want like usable, functional SIGs, balanced SIGs, like Bodvar kind of. You want SIGs like Bodvar. You don't want SIGs like Jayon and Mako, where you can spin around, control where you're moving, and then attack even if you miss, and have no lag. Like Mako down SIG on Katars. You want like balanced SIGs that are just like all-purpose, not all-purpose, that are like for a single purpose. You don't want all-purpose SIGs. That is when stuff gets out of hand. Yeah, it's like the rank season is ending in like, what day is it? It's in like 2 days. I hope you guys can reach your, goal rank. Reach your goal, even if it's not a rank. My first season, it was a very, very long season, and I feel like if you can just like make small steps, like it's important to set realistic goals, is kind of what I'm getting at. I hope you guys set realistic goals, like you don't launch the game and you're like, damn, I want to be 2,500 by the end of the season. That's a very like unrealistic goal for the majority of players. You want to have small steps, and that'll also keep you like motivated, because each time you reach like your goal, you just want to keep going, you know what I mean? The end goal is the same. You want to be like that goal, like that dream rank, but getting there in small steps is very important. Just like keep it realistic, and that way if you like hit a roadblock, the goal is not too far away, you know what I mean? Hammer is just so good. That GCD light tech is so insane on Hammer. GCD light into Nair. I think that is super important to incorporate into your gameplay if you're a Hammer player. GCD light's like super obnoxious, really hard to punish. And GCD light Nair is just like, it leads into so much too. It like leads into a juggle scenario. It leads into, at low HP you can just GCD light Nair recovery. There's so much you can do off GCD light Nair. And you don't even have to Nair off the GCD light. That's the crazy thing. You can like recovery, but Nair is just, it's so good. GCD light Nair, like super insane. Yeah, like, overall, props to BMG in the balance team. It seems like Magyar is actually like balanced on release. His scythe, or not scythe, his greatsword Ensig, it's a little powerful. But other than that, like, I feel like they've done such a good job at actually releasing like a balanced legend, designing a legend that can be balanced. You know what I mean? That's sick. But I'm super satisfied with how Magyar is with like on release, and I think he's a character that you can just play, and he's like super good by design because of spring weapon plus super efficient killing weapon, and he's not like too powerful either. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.